On the island of Mata Nui, 6 legendary heroes have arrived. These mighty tour must discover the masks of power, defeat evil, and free the island. BIONICLE, the legend of Mata Nui. 6 heroes, 1 destiny.
Apparently we care.
Welcome back to the stream, everyone.
I thought you said we weren't doing commentary.
What?
What?
No, I don't know what you're on about, but we're doing this.
We're just not doing the we're not doing the Discord stream, so we won't see it in close to real time. That's alright.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay.
Oh.
That's what he meant.
Okay.
Was he doing that before?
No, but
Guys,
we were all
are
in
you
the same
so
game,
excited
so
for Legend of Mata Nui? Is everyone super excited for this? Because
No.
I totally am.
It's like the third
Are you
time
guys
we've
excited
streamed this
for
game.
Legend of Ganto's in it?
I'm in it. They put me in.
We're not showing the whole game, we're just showing off some highlights because it is getting late, but you know.
Okay,
No,
but you
I'm
are
not-
showing
no.
Ko-Koro, right?
Yeah,
I'm not going
Ko-Koro?
I'm not going to say that we're endorsed by Lego and that we endorse Gonto, and therefore that would mean that Gonto is indirectly official canon. But if I was going to say that, I would have said that.
I am official canon.
I
You are not.
Officially you're not official canon, but unofficially you are official. But
Super famous, super famous.
unofficially you are official canon. If that makes any
Very
sense,
super
it doesn't.
You are not, so you are.
Unofficially, you are officially unofficial. You are unofficially a missionary fish.
You have
I am a missionary fish.
level 7 canonicity clearance.
You make it George Lucas.
Oh, by the way,
You are.
we do have another person in here. I don't know if anyone knows him,
Wall
but
of History.
Hello, James. Also, Swirt had to dip.
That's me, James.
He runs Wall of History.
.com, man.
He
Mr.
can-
James Wall of History.
He did the Mask of Light stream earlier.
I
I'm
was around
Logan.
for some.
I was at the Mask of Light stream for the first 5 minutes.
I was around for most of it, and then I realized I'd forgotten to start cooking my pizza, and that I was going to have to do the rest of the stream without food. Or at least I would have thought that. I thought, no, I'll just start making pizza, and since I'll only have to be away from the computer for like 5 minutes at a time, Liam won't get mad. And then I was like, Liam, he's always mad.
We're losing people because they want to play it themselves.
I
that's
don't
on them, I
mind.
suppose.
That's a very good reason to not want to play this. Watch this. Except, you can watch Let's Plays in the background while you play the games.
This is so cool. I
So
love
this
the
is
new
the
menu.
first thing that we've done for this. We've reverted the beach to the alpha version, and we've added the totems and stuff back. And as you can see, Onua, along with many other things, has a fancy new model.
I
He
love
looks great.
Yeah, you can thank Walker for that. He put a lot of work into these models. The Rahi haven't
I mean, they
been done
look
yet.
fantastic.
The Rahi
nice
haven't
and-
been
nice
done
and
yet,
pointy.
but they will be handled eventually.
And are you guys thinking of adding Rahi to the game at any point?
Oh yes, I've talked about the idea before of doing a 2001 part specific Rahi building challenge, and whoever wins gets their Rahi put in the game.
Yeah.
Also,
but the Rahi-
yeah,
oh, but the Ra-
this is being recorded live. Yes.
Oh,
And
but
this is
Rahi
the
aren't
other
done yet.
thing this is the other set of things that we have added to this build.
Oh, but the Rahi aren't done yet. Worst game ever. 8 out of 10. You X'd out of the Nobua cutscene.
No, I didn't.
Nobua.
Oh, I thought you did.
Way.
Look who it is, boys! And he
It's
has a
literally
fancy,
our poster boy.
and he has a fancy new model too.
Oh, he
Ooh,
looks
let
so
me see
mean
it.
boy.
Show me. He looks so cute. Oh my gosh.
Gonto has a voice filter that makes them sound just like Nobua.
Unfortunately, my voice filter right now isn't working. But look at Nobua. He's so cute. I love the new model.
Chat, Andrew in chat says, Rebuild is quite simply amazing from what I've played of it so far. Well, thank you for that. I really wish we could have put more into it before launch, but we just encountered a bunch of random bugs before launch, and we had to pick and choose what we could do and what we couldn't.
Apparently, you encountered a bunch of bugs during launch.
Yeah, really.
If you weren't here during the incredibly long board game stream, the 12-and-a-half-year-long board game stream, apparently, Biomedia Project was having some sort of server problems at exactly the time the game was set to go live.
Yeah. It was really weird and really frustrating because I had to
Normally-
split my attention between that and the game, but whatever.
Normally, a website server will crash after something important comes out, not before, but here we are in the darkest timeline where nothing makes sense.
And the real question is, can I get these models?
Yes, actually.
Nice.
Okay, so officially, this game is not Lightstone's property. Anything they put into it is not proprietary at all.
It depends on what we put into it. Like, I would say that the roll level falls under, fair use. Or it's like, what's the term for it? It's, transformative.
Transformative, yeah.
Because there's just
Apparently,
been so much work put into it that it's barely recognizable from its original form anymore.
Yeah.
apparently, fair use doesn't mean what we think it does.
Also,
I mean, it
found
looks
out,
beautiful.
I found
Everything
out
looks
when
great.
we were, I found out when
Ooh.
we were testing things earlier and getting it built that we have now officially edited 50% of the entire game from its base product.
Well,
That's
ba-
amazing.
That's basically
That's
how game
amazing progress.
That's basically how game development do. Would you say Minecraft is even remotely close to the game it was when it first launched?
Hmm.
Well, technically, it didn't launch until it did. But you know what I mean. The earliest alpha build of Minecraft looks and feels nothing like the Minecraft of today.
Yeah.
And No Man's
Rocks
Sky
rock.
No Man's Sky definitely changed a lot.
What is
For
this
better
guy
and
with cannon there?
Yeah, during development, No Man's Sky was looking promising, and then they lost everything and had to start over. And then the game came out, and it was terrible, and everyone hated it for years and years and years. And then they made it good, and then I got addicted to it for like 2 months.
I mean,
Those were
if
dark
you brought
times.
a whole man into your village, would you be afraid?
If
Well,
you
all
brought
these-
a god into your village.
Yeah, all these Matoran are just so excited. It's real cute.
Also, here comes one of the more recent models that was finished by Walker, the Taraga.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
sure.
excited to see it.
I'm excited to see Shorty McShortson. Shorty McShortson. That's his name.
There he
Oh my god, he
is.
looks so good!
He looks amazing.
I hope we get to Ko-Koro so I can see what Nuju looks like, because I remember Nuju looked awful.
I can definitely at least teleport us there after to have a look.
Okay.
We
'cause
should
I-
visit all the Koro.
Yeah.
Because now that I know what
I'm
the
definitely going to be visiting Gakoro because that, out of all the stages, that has had the single most amount of changes.
Because now that I know what
And
the
from
Taraga
what I
that
remember
already-
from your notes, it looks beautiful.
Mhm.
So
now that I know what the Taraga that already looked good looked like, I want to see what the Taraga that looked bad was like.
Right.
It's Nuju and Onua. They were both.
Yeah, well, the problems with their vertex colors have been fixed for a long time.
Oh yeah!
Also,
the
this is
UI
one
looks
thing,
way better.
This is one thing that has been added from my input. Basically, the alpha originally told this with, like, slides and screenshots from this cutscene.
So you actually added the full cutscene?
Yeah, I opted instead to make a full cutscene out of it.
I didn't realize this was even a thing you could do.
Yeah. You can make FMVs.
I thought you needed the source code for that.
No.
Wow.
I just made it in Sony Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, the
Wait,
game
you
starts
did
and ends
this?
with a...
Yes.
Oh my god!
The game
You're like
starts
a real
and ends with
guy or
FMVs.
You're like a real guy or something. That's what I said.
Those slides were based off of a video that already existed, you know.
Yeah.
I am aware of that, but you made a cutscene and put it in the game.
Alright, well, it's only just a matter of loading a video through the scripting. It's not hard to do.
But Liam, you don't.
I still think it fits a lot better than the slides.
I didn't think
definitely.
you could add FMVs to the game, Liam, and you did it. You did it.
Hell, it was done, it loads a different one depending on the language that you choose, too.
Oh yeah, you have localizers.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have done the localization as an overlay?
With that, we don't know how to do yet. I don't think it's possible, just because right now, as the HUD basically... An FMV overwrites and pauses everything that's currently happening, so you can't have something else happening on top of it.
It's a game from 2001. I don't think they need to conserve hard drive space. It's like, so we have
What was that
100
noise? Is there something happening outside? Great Onua, there is something wrong in the village. I will go see. Stay safe.
Basically, I don't think
Hurry,
it's
the
much of a
Tohunga
concern.
may be in trouble. So, what I wanted to say was, this is where we get into one of the ways that this build branches from both of them. You remember, like, obviously that cutscene didn't exist in the beta, and the Rahi invasions didn't exist in the alpha. Well, now we have both. And also, we have this little Easter egg that I thought would be fun.
Easter egg?
Uizuzu. I don't know how to pronounce your name. The person making the Coley game. Says they can't run it because their OS isn't compatible. Is it Linux or Mac? Because neither of those works. Is Professor Brickkeeper part of Lightstone?
Yes.
Professor Brickkeeper is working on porting it to Wine. I don't know what his status
it's basically
is on that.
already done. It's just a problem with Wine currently that makes it impossible to keep up with at the moment.
Oh, so it's Wine's fault that life is bad. So it's Wine's fault that people on Mac and Linux can't experience this amazing average game.
Because there's a problem with
Luciel,
Wine. Basically, there's a problem with Wine that means if there are more than 200 materials on a single object, it will crash.
Luciel has Windows 10, so...
That doesn't make any sense to me. Was that thing that I just saw just now, the Guatemala tree?
Yes, but we'll go over that after we save the village.
Did that always look like that, or did you guys make a new model for
That
it?
model never existed in the first place. That model was created entirely from scratch by Walker.
Wonderful!
It looks
I love it.
beautiful, and exactly like it does in Tales of the Tohunga.
It adds so much to the. It adds so much to the world to know that is a thing that exists, because that would exist. Because this game takes place after Tales of the Tohunga. Tales of the Tohunga leads into this game.
Yeah.
So
Which I love that, by the way. Tales of the Tohunga is probably one of my favorite games that I've ever played. And this game is just super cool in general.
Yep.
I haven't played this game all the way through, mostly because I wanted to wait until this build.
As you're seeing now, so none of this writing for Onua existed in either builds. All the writing you're about to see, from that, including the Tohunga in the village, was done entirely by our other staff member, Reese, who is an amazing writer, so shoutouts to him.
Nice.
Here's the Guatemala tree, and as you can see in the center is the crystal fully completed.
The Guatemala tree, I love it.
And I can even take its fruit, which is why we changed the energy pickups to green, by the way.
I love it.
And
That's
here's
so
this
cool.
boy. That is
So
a
you
very
can throw
beautiful
the-
tree you have there.
So you can throw the tree, the booze, and the trees.
So what do these orbs do? Because I have not
Energy.
been able to decipher them yet.
Energy.
Like,
A
Just-
villager from Ko-Koro recently came by and saved it.
Just your energy.
That's so cool.
So what element do you think these Matoran are?
I'd say they're bow Matoran.
Okay. Bow is plant life, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes perfect
Okay, I don't
sense.
know why that happens. That's a bug on my system specifically, so we're just going to ignore that for the time being.
Now the question is, what do the rest of the Matoran and the Turagan realize that they have a Matoran of plant life, and they have at least 6 of them, and they're all identical, or what's up with that? What's up with that?
These boys were really difficult to get back in, and it's a really hacky way
The
that we
dancing
did
guys?
it. Yeah. Basically, their animations were all split up into a sequence, where it was certain moves would chain into another one based off of a specific data file.
That sounds annoying.
The way I fixed it was I took the animation in full from the Takara cutscene, removed all data pertaining to location and rotation, and applied that to them.
All right. So what you're
That's
telling me
awesome.
is these Dancy Boys are animated in the 3D equivalent of a GIF.
Yes.
No wonder this game never got made. Wow.
But basically, each one just uses one animation instead of a sequence that's stitched together.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the code for that sequence was removed sometime between alpha and beta.
That's amazing. I love it.
I love this. This is
You know-
great.
You know what else I love?
I'm going to make sure nobody else sneaks out from now on. I
Oh
don't
my
know how
gosh!
Nobua keeps getting past us. Yeah,
That's
so
the other Matoran. I love it.
yeah, we added special code to give them unique colors for all of them. And
Yep.
also we added like guards and stuff around the doors to max out the because of the way that Takara works, it pulls the Matoran from the village itself. So every village needs a minimum of 16, which means to pad out space, we put some as door guards.
Nice.
I love it.
That's why I'm in the game as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they did. There are not enough canon lane Matoran for some reason.
Also,
Like,
if you
I'm
can't guess, we
canon.
actually like made some of the Matoran, like the quest ones actually match up with sort of like what they might do. Like this boy who wanted to find his pet bug, that's Medoc. And the one
Yeah.
who wants to find his
Oh.
mining pick, it's Taipu.
Oh,
That's great.
I like it. Yeah, I made a huge spreadsheet of all the canon Matoran across multiple sources, and even going through the effort of looking up every Matoran that has ever been seen in any media, there still aren't enough lane Matoran to like.
Yeah, that's why Ganto was a thing.
It's so weird that just every sign in the world points to
Also,
Liwa
hello,
needs to suffer.
Nuparu.
Every sign in the world just points to Liwa needing to suffer endlessly. Every point.
help me, Great Onua?
I have thrown my disc, and it was a frisbee and not a boomerang,
It's
so I
too
lost.
far.
Also,
Is-
even Onukoro didn't have enough canon Matoran, so here's a boy with a purple cow because Reese wanted it.
Yeah,
Is the
Not-
best boy here? Another Hafu original?
Oh, you'd better believe he is.
whoa, wow.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
the eyepiece is transparent now.
Yeah.
I
like
love
that.
it.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I was distracted by the distraction. Wow. There are not enough Matoran that canonically that wear the cow. Ironically, one of the only ones that does isn't supposed to be wearing a cow. What's Nuri, in Ko-Koro from Metro. He was in the movie, or not in, he was in the book, I mean. You know, that guy?
Yeah.
He wears a Ruru, obviously. But
Okay, so here's another thing, by the way. You notice that the Kara pit is right here. This is the way it was in a pre-alpha model that was left over in the data from the alpha.
I like it.
And combined with screenshots of Ko-Koro that were sent out from two Templar from Sapphire, and then Templar later uploaded them to their blog. We were able to determine that sometime before alpha, the Takara pits were integrated like this, but either they couldn't program it properly, or it was just time constraints. The Takara was moved into the individual huts, as you saw in the alpha. But, as you can see, we've fixed
They're
that.
now outside again, which is great. Just like in the MNOG.
Yeah.
So,
Which is funny, because we never knew what they were until the alpha leaked.
yeah, they're now Takara pits.
Yeah, and
It is
ironic.
sweet.
And the best
Dance.
part is like any good mystery in film and movies and stuff and media. We had all the clues. We had seen the dance. We'd heard of the Takara. We saw these pits, but we didn't know the three were the same thing.
Is that him? Is that... What mask did y'all put on Hafu? Was that him right there, or is he
Hafu is a Pomatoran.
Oh my god, he is?
You mean Taipu.
Wow.
Okay, I mean, they look exactly the same. They have the exact same colors.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. They look exactly the same. They actually traded masks between M1 and 2, and in a lot of fan fiction, they're dating.
Yeah, and as for we decided that based on how they changed Kapura between alpha and beta, we decided that we too would go for the CG versions rather than the MNOG designs.
Yep.
So that's why Taipu is wearing a Pakari here.
Yep. CG is usually accurate because it's most representative of what the sets would look like if they bothered to make sets of all the characters back when they weren't on a restricted budget.
There is one more thing I must tell you, Onua. The other Toa have arrived as well.
You know,
Are they my enemies? Do I punch them?
according to
I
that
mean, we
board
certainly
game,
tried earlier.
according to that board game, yeah, you're supposed to punch them.
So...
Onua wasn't very good at it, though. He just bullied Lewa a lot.
Want to know what's really bothered me throughout the years?
What's that?
The fact that Legends of Mata Nui didn't have all of the mask designs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that a lot of budget was put into the design of the city, and
Well, it
the
just
new Toa,
reused the Mask of
but-
Light models. That's literally all it did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I think I said it during somewhere that there were only like 4 masks modeled for
Oh,
Matoran.
Spotty Central wanted me to do this, so here, Onua will flip the bird.
Wait, we can't swear, but you can do that.
It's in the
It
game.
It was programmed
It
in.
was in an official Lego game that it would have presumably been released like that.
Well, presumably it wouldn't have been. It would have just been
It was-
Easter egg
it's-
for the devs, and then
It's an
get
Easter.
cut out.
It's an Easter egg
Yeah,
that
you can't
would
even
probably
turn,
been
you
left
can't
in.
even do it without a cheat.
Yeah, think of this. The hot coffee mod. I'm not gonna say what that is.
Boy.
I'm not gonna say what that is. But anyone who knows.
But it's not like Rockstar devs would do a stream and show that.
Yeah, but people still got mad.
What?
Can you imagine a timeline where this game came out and instead of the hot coffee mod, the big video game controversy of the early 2000s was Onua flipping the bird? Oh, that would have been that. But because of that controversy and so many others with Grand Theft Auto 5 holds the record for being the most profitable piece of entertainment ever made.
So,
Can you imagine if that
in a
was
sense,
Bonkles?
Bionicle would have been that.
Can you
if-
imagine if Bonkles made a profit of $6 billion? Lego would have loved that. I don't know if the companies even.
Lego also wouldn't have learned any lessons and would have put out things like Galador and Clickets.
See, they did already though.
Alright, so here's
Right,
another
but they learned their
example.
lesson from it.
Here's
If
another
they got a
example,
bunch of money from
guys.
Bionicle, then they wouldn't have learned
Trying to
their lesson.
showcase stuff here.
Keep it.
So here's another example of something that we added to Rebuilt that is entirely unique to this build. So you know how when you would return an object to a Matoran who lost something, you would just get like health and energy and ammo and it was basically worthless.
And now you get Disney bucks.
No.
Spend at Disneyland.
Now you get the Amana Volo Sphere, which
Oh.
increases your maximum health and energy for the duration of the level.
Oh, duration of the level,
Yes.
not the game.
Well, because each Toa would have 3 Amana Volo spheres in total, and
Okay.
stacking them on top of each other would give you like 90 health by the time you got to Tahu's level.
Yeah.
Metroid though.
It's just not balanced for that, and there's no way we
Is
can
Tahu
balance
why
it
people would
properly.
play this game? I mean, Tahu was kind of the poster boy of 2001, alongside Onua. So, him
Oh,
being
he's
the
in this
last
game,
level
yeah.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep, and he gets the Vahi.
Yeah.
If this game had actually come out, Tahu would have probably got the Mask of Time this year and probably used it to fight Makuta, and it would have been real cool.
So
And Bionicle would have ended in 3 years.
is Tahu's level the last level in this build, or
Yeah.
is there
Yes.
a version of the Makuta? Okay.
There
thought
is
it-
still the basic Makuta level that's always been there, but we haven't done any work on that yet.
Oh,
You guys are planning on doing work on that,
Well,
though,
of
right?
course. I
Yeah.
already have a very rudimentary model for Makuta started, actually.
Oh.
Is it based on the 2003 design, or just the infected Matoran of Monarch?
Neither. It's based on some concept art that Templar did prior to actually finalizing that design.
Liam showed us. Liam actually showed us the model he'd made for
Yeah,
it.
if you want to get an idea of what that concept art was, like you can find it on their blog, but if you want to get an idea of the one we actually based it off of and, you know, figure it out, think Metal Madness from Sonic Heroes.
I'm going
getting the image
to.
now.
I'm going to retweet the tweet that I posted after Liam showed me the thing, and I'm not going to say any more about it.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I gotta see
Metal
this
Madness
now.
from
Hold on.
Sonic Heroes is absolutely terrifying. Who designed this? This is from a children's game.
And here's the tweet that I made about it. Now I know what you're thinking. But Bionicles, why are you tweeting Alpha Q from the worst Transformers series? That isn't Bionicles.
Josie, be careful when you say that name.
What?
That
if
is
you say it too
absolutely
fast, then
terrifying
someone will
on
come in your room
every
and
single
disintegrate
level.
you.
It was on Cartoon Network. It's safe.
What is wrong with saying Alpha Q? I don't understand.
Oh god.
Oh.
I'll put
Say it
in the
again,
chat
but
just one
slowly.
sec.
What?
Don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are children.
So this Makuta design is this really like legit?
That was what Templar wanted to do, but apparently they canned that, according to their Tumblr, because of 9/11.
Oh my god! What?
They like changed the whole like theming and stuff of the last level because
Were
they
there
wanted to
pillars
change the
that you
theme
needed
to like
to knock
more
down?
creation versus
Are you
destruction.
honestly telling me that there is no boss fight in Legend of Mata Nui because of 9/11?
Because of 9/11.
Well, they developed Mata Nui, the online game.
Okay, no. I understand that Legend of Mata Nui didn't come out possibly because of 9/11, but if the boss fight specifically doesn't exist because of 9/11, then that is almost more bizarre. That is weird. I love it. I love Bionicle and its strange everything. The lore, the background, the production history, the waffles. I don't think there were Bionicle waffles.
I don't think so.
There
That
should have been
feels like-
Bionicle waffles.
that be Lightstone's next project, a hacked
Okay, that was a
toaster.
crash I wasn't expecting.
A hacked
Oh, it
toasters that
crashed?
makes them
Yeah.
toast Bionicle's masks into toast.
Big. Ooh.
So I guess if you don't want to crash there, you gotta get good.
No, I think it's just something to do. I think it's the sound buffers crash again, which we haven't figured out. It's not hard to get past it. You just reload the save. I mean, obviously we want to get rid of crashes, but, you know, certain things are harder to fix than others, right?
Yeah, and certain things are more detrimental.
Yeah.
So if one thing's really hard to fix, but it's minor, and one thing's really easy to fix, but it's major, you want to go for the latter.
Yeah. And believe me, there were a lot more major bugs. At least this can be recovered from without corrupting the save or anything.
And in this build, do we get to play as Warua and Akamai?
No,
Or-
and I'm not sure we will actually be able to implement them again, but we're going to look into it at some point.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you be able to implement them?
Because the cutscene at the end basically sums up everything to do with them.
Ah, you could split into two.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you could, and
I had
you
tinkered
get
with that
an
idea.
awesome fight team
I
with.
mean, the design of it is that they go on their separate ways, and then they do challenges, and then they meet up again, so...
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but like it'd be neat. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys already put me in the game. There's not much else that I can ask for.
Also, I would make the argument that it does seem like Sapphire had that cutscene made just to speed things up, and you know,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
just for development. Like, okay, we can't keep developing new sequences.
Especially
we gotta just
considering
get
that
to
the
point.
Kaida levels were extremely rudimentary in the alpha at best.
And
Yeah.
also didn't look very fun.
Yeah, they were not very good. Although I do like the idea that Warua was more combat-based, while Akamai was,
Other
I
way
get-
around.
Yeah, I get them mixed up
How do you
because of that.
still get them?
Because of that one Lego magazine advertisement in 2001 that mixed them up. That skewed my
Really?
perception of Akamai and Warua ever since.
So the easy way to
The
easy
Aki
mnemonic-
and the Rua, yeah.
No, the easier mnemonic device to remember which is which is Akamai begins with A, which is the first letter of the alphabet. W is one of the last letters in the alphabet, and Tahu is usually displayed as
You're
before the
overcomplicating
others.
this.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly,
overcomplicating. That's what it helps remember stuff.
Warua had Gali and also Kopaka, and Akamai
helps
had
me-
a whole bunch of, you know, combat-oriented characters.
It helps me remember stuff.
Hmm.
So that's how I've always remembered.
Yeah,
it.
well, like as I said, I was saying, I like the idea
Yeah.
that one was more puzzle based and the other was combat based, like the path
be
of
really
wisdom and
cool
the
if-
path of wisdom and the path of valor.
The dog of wisdom.
It'd be
and the
really
dog of
cool
valor.
if like Warua's level was like figuring out how to stop the Menace, while
what?
Akamai was fighting the Menace.
Yeah.
Say that word again.
The Menace?
Huh.
Akamai. Warua.
I always pronounce this as Manus.
Yeah, it's Manas.
Liam, you're wrong. I agree with Gonto.
Wow.
I agree with
Menace.
Liam.
I always thought it was
How could
Mono.
you? How could you?
How could I?
I also agree with Liam, but I don't like it.
Why does Onua have a
Lasers?
freaking... No, not lasers. I'm fine with lasers. They're elemental beams. But what's
a leggy
what's
boy.
with the grappling hook?
All the Toa have the grappling hook.
Yeah, it's for
So
platforming
interesting.
It's for platforming purposes. I like how you made the Fikal Nui not all black, because it was all black before.
No, it was never
It
all
looks
black.
so dope.
It looked all black to me.
It literally looks super cool.
It looks
Well,
so
that
much
doesn't
better
look like
now
much
that you
of a
can
challenge.
actually
Funny,
see it.
actually, the Faiku Nui was retroactively made canon by Greg, despite the fact that it was only ever in this game.
Yeah.
It's
You found the Huna!
It's real weird.
Concealment. I am trapped.
The things Greg decided to make canon were always so baffling.
Ooh, this is an
I'm never
interesting
gonna
level
get
design.
over Toa Kordak.
Wheels, eggs, love.
Wait, why are you using the Huna right now?
Because if I don't, the platforms will fall. It's not a very well-designed gimmick. I feel like I might
Is
want
it
to...
because the light is
Yeah,
pointed towards all the platforms?
It's a stretch, if you ask me. What I proposed Oh, there's the sound buffers crash again. Yep. So I just reload it, and it's fine. But what I proposed the other day to James was that we move that area to Liwa's level, because it makes more sense to have that area use the Miru.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Are you saying, wait, what, to me, or something else?
Wait, is that...
The
Oh,
crash, probably.
for a minute I totally forgot there are other people with my name.
Oh. Alright, so here's something I'm gonna do. See, another thing about this area, you don't actually need to use the Huna. If you're fast enough, you can just jump it.
Nice. And does it autosave?
Yes, every room.
Awesome. Because old games, man, they're saving. Can't do it. Can we get a Lego Island expansion?
Can we get not a Thundercats, Cheetah Men expansion?
Literally just add all of the quests from the original Lego Island and slap it all on with your favorite Toa.
I don't think they can add the entire Borok saga to this.
But that'd be so cool!
I was making a joke because the Brickster is basically the Borok.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it either, but I was like thinking about it, I'm like, wait. Wait.
God, that new
bad
dog
guy-
is fast.
Bad guys that take stuff apart. Bad guy that takes stuff apart. What's the difference? Nobody knows. Hello, welcome to Super Beer Brothers.
But is the Borok weak to pizza?
You don't
So
know.
I have a question, Liam. Have you made an attempt to spread mini bosses like the Nui Jaga across all the Toa?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
One of these days, we're gonna have to have Greg on a podcast or something and ask him if pizza is canon.
Yeah, that'll never
Probably
happen.
say no.
That'll never happen. Whoa, Game Boy filter!
That's just the way the Ruru has always worked.
Liam,
Yeah?
it's a Game Boy filter.
Okay.
Liam,
Yeah?
I am
Can you
Pohatu.
can you
Oh,
change the colors?
stone.
Can you change the colors of that so they're the exact color of the Game Boy?
I'm not sure.
If you can,
I'm pretty sure this is hard-coded.
Liam, if
Yeah?
you can do it, please consider.
consider
I
what?
am Onua.
Consider doing it
Oh.
because it's good, and the Game Boy existed at the time.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been completely far-fetched to think, hey, we have a thing that turns a thing into things. Make it a thing.
There's the boy's disc. Found Nuparu's disc.
Nice.
I did
Now
not
he
hear
can
the
be
word
happy
disc at
forever.
first.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. You heard the word dinner.
There's the boys' dinner.
I'm
I tried-
hungry
I tried-
AF.
I tried to write "eat dinner" under Liam's
Eat
deck
dinner,
when we were
not
playing-
war.
when we were playing the board games, so that he would just see "eat die" and he would be scared, like, "Oh no, is that a swear word?" And then he would remove his take
All
his
I
deck
saw
out and
was
say dinner.
inner something.
Yeah, I was trying to write "eat die," and then you took your deck off and it said dinner, and I messed up and I didn't know how to move the text, so I just left
All
it.
right,
I drew
so-
a tiny gun.
Yeah, what I'm gonna
Wait,
do
Liam got
quickly,
his
I'm gonna
deck
do a
off?
random aside. I'm gonna quit, and I'm going to boot up the beta, because I need to run a brief comparison here.
Okay.
So, Just let me get that loaded up.
Have you prepared for this, or is this unscripted?
This is unscripted.
Of course it is.
That's going to be very loud for a second because I haven't adjusted it yet. Okay,
Are we still on stream?
Yes.
I just had to tweet someone that they were asking what the Borak were exactly, and I was like, the Borak were just fancy shaving equipment from Mata Nui. Yes, really.
This is Lewa's Glide 3 level. It is extremely rudimentary, and it is a slide level that requires the Ruru, which is kind of annoying.
It's a slide level that requires the mask of night vision.
Oh my gosh, it looks so terrible in comparison. Like,
oh my, this is the Super Mario world. This is the Super Mario 64 slide, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Oh no.
Now, if I die here, I'm gonna basically crash the game because it doesn't like the hitboxes here either. They're broken as heck.
Liam, can you directly port the slide from Mario 64 into this as a joke?
Alright, well, you get the idea of that. That is a terrible level.
Every game has terrible levels. You can't be at your A game every day. Sometimes the level designer's like, I have a block, but this game needs to be done at some point.
Well, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is we decided that that level is definitely not very good, and also is completely out of place in Lewa's level. At the same time, we wanted to make a level where Onua is running away from boulders. As such, this level has been created from that.
Yeah, I think a slide level makes more sense than Kopaka's.
Hey, Andrew Cal in chat asks, how does the disc end up so far in the game?
For the record, by the way, yes, this is the same level that we just saw.
But you added rocks!
We added an entire cave.
I remember this spinning. I remember this Lee was spinning in the air animation for one of the first videos you made of this game.
Hey,
so this is Onua's first and only slide section. Right?
Yes, and it uses an unused rolling animation that existed in his data but was never used by the game.
Oh, this
it was reused by Onua in his commercial. Honestly, I always thought that was so funny when Onua just curls up and just rolls. You're just like, wow, that Toa can roll.
Onua was seeing into the future and wanting to pretend to be one of those billbugs you saw.
So, is there a boulder chasing after you now?
There will be eventually, but right now it doesn't exist.
Right now, it's just traveling.
Honestly, yeah, this point's already great.
I wish I didn't
thank Walker for that. His modeling work is magnificent. The same boy who made the models for the Toa.
Honestly, like, what I've seen so far, it all looks beautiful. You've done a wonderful job, and I'm actually incredibly thankful.
I was wondering why you would adapt the level from Liwahi, but with all the rock walls in place, it's actually balanced.
It looks beautiful.
And on the bright side, on the plus side as well, because we added walls and everything all over the place, it fixed the problem with the kill boxes basically being impossible to place.
Why are so many people suddenly tweeting me about Ben Shapiro?
Yes, it actually makes for a great slide tutorial.
How did Onua get here?
He has a portal in his hut, which
Greetings,
can now be accessed from here. Let's see, where is it? Was it on the other side? I've completely lost. There it is. I'm blind.
Chat!
So now we can go back to Onua's hut, go back to Ko-Koro, and we can return the disc to Nuharu.
The items.
Yeah.
That's so cool. This is awesome.
Someone tweeted me a picture.
So cool.
Someone tweeted me a photo of their cat's paw.
So Liam, I must do a quick confession.
Yes.
When you first found the game, and you guys started working on it at first,
you didn't think we'd be able to do anything with it.
Well, I just didn't have any interest in it because it was so incomplete.
Right.
There was just so little to look at I mean, it was cool, and I was excited, but it was never anything really important to me. But now that you guys have done so much, like, everything looks so good, I actually have a desire to go and play it.
Well, that is
Yeah, I
awesome to
actually
hear.
might pick it up too.
I
I've
love
not
it.
actually played this yet, but I might.
It's very good.
I have a question. Is there any canon precedent for Nuparo being a disc thrower?
Not really. He was just the only one that didn't really have some, like, it was the only one we really couldn't fit, you know?
Hmm.
So,
I thought maybe it was a reference to the fact that he had 2 disc throwing arms.
Right. Alright, so
So-
what I'm gonna do now is
Oh!
I'm gonna quit ahead, and I'm going to move on to Galley's level to show off some of that, because we are kind of running short on time, and I just want to, you know, continue on and show off more
We can go
highlights.
for as long. We can go for
Running
as long.
So here's
short on
another
time.
thing. The cutscenes that introduced the other Toa, they were shortened a lot and abridged in their text was abridged heavily in the beta to, you know, scrub all references of Tohunga and
Whoa!
stuff like that. This has been restored from the alpha.
What?
What?
So
Planets?
now we have the original
What were those
cutscenes.
planets?
Space?
I mean, it wasn't really a background of planets, it was a JPEG of
Yeah.
a background of planets.
Why though?
But still, that reveals literally Bota Magna and Cirrus Magna.
And they're huge.
They're ginormous. It literally shows up like when we first saw, you know, Legend Reborn. I thought the whole model for the universe was so dumb. Like the 3 planets right next to each other. But
Swart just said
judging
on
from
the-
that JPEG,
Swart just said in the chat, and in the news today, Swart has been found brain dead in his home. Next to him was a piece of paper with the following words: Bionicle 810.
Bionicles is Minecraft confirmed. Giant planets. Very big. Big planets. Very big.
very perceptive, Great Onua.
How do you know my name?
I don't. I remember it from when I was in a box.
I was in box.
I
Somebody
remember
put me
it.
in a big ball.
I remember it from before when I was locked in the egg by my friends.
I was in an egg and now I'm not.
Yeah, that was
I
Well-
came out of Cardanui's cloaca.
we went, are we allowed to say that?
Sure.
I mean, Swords
Hey,
not here
I
anymore.
mean, it's so obtuse that it may as well be fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one knew what a cloaca was until I mentioned
Yeah,
it.
you're drawing
Until
attention to
Bionicle.
it.
It's what eggs come out of.
Oh.
How are we running out of time?
How about video games?
Well, I just want to, like, okay, it's getting really late, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty, Liam, I'm pretty sure people would die to the ends of the earth to watch this.
Yeah. We
People
really
would
should have
die
stuck
to the
to.
ends of the earth. That's what I said.
We really should have stuck to one game of
Of course.
Quest.
But
for
it was so
Mask.
anticlimactic, though.
You're
Yeah.
just salty because I won.
No,
Alright,
I'm
so-
salty because I never had a chance.
Welcome to Ko-Koro, the single most modified stage in the entire game. This section here is the original stage. This little bit here that, you know, you can see in the little area, this has
Yeah.
been added.
Oh.
Gosh.
I don't know. It doesn't look too impressive. Of course, it looks impressive. Oh. Wow.
It looks beautiful. It looks so good.
Wow.
It looks incredible. And I'm not like drawing this out, but like it looks so good.
I like it.
Once again, you can thank Walker for his amazing modeling work.
No.
I am extremely impressed.
To quote the greatest generation of our time, nobody deserves credit for
Eat
anything
Tide
ever.
Pods.
Can Golly on water?
No, Grandpa, whoever.
Also, from
did a
here
good
on
job.
forward, all the
I am
Taraga,
Nakama.
from this point forward, all the Taraga's dialogue is brand new, written by Reese, because the alpha didn't have any, and the beta's dialogue was abridged just like every other part, so we redid
you only
all
speak
the
bird?
Taraga's dialogue from the ground up.
Does Nuju only speak bird?
No, that was not canon at this point.
Aww.
I want Nuju's dialogue to only consist of the bird emoji.
I wanted
I
bird.
mean, you may as well have included it that Matoro speaks for him.
Well, again, that wasn't canon at this point either.
Liam, don't make me start a petition.
Hello, Hully.
You remember when people?
Holly was in canon at this point.
You remember when people took petitions
Look at
seriously?
her!
You remember when people took petitions seriously? That was fun.
Alright, I gotta talk to a different one first.
Sorry, Toagali. I was just practicing.
Can you
I
3D
also
print?
like Jala.
Can you 3D print in clear materials? Is that a thing?
Can you 3D print what?
Can you 3D print in clear materials?
I doubt it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a thing that could be done with lasers. That's what 3D
Why is there a
printers-
Ko-Mator in here?
Okay,
I'm assuming
completely
their white
forgotten
body
the order
is
in which
a,
I need to talk to them. I think I need to start with the one over in the new area, which is fine by me.
Liam, why is there a Ko-Mator under
It's
the
not a
waterfall?
Ko-Matoran.
Why is it so white?
What?
Was the
I assume
lighting
it's
just
an error.
was the lighting just bad?
That's
and-
normal. That's their design.
All right, you say so. It looked like their torso was white.
This entire underwater area is brand new as well.
I love it. I haven't seen it yet, but I love it. There we go. There we go. Now I see you underwater. I love it.
I love the swimming animation. Why are there just huts way out in the distance?
Because there are. They're just like... They're just there. They just do.
Are they the loners of Ko-Koro?
Hmm.
Deppy, 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 deppy.
What?
It's the sound of drowning from Sonic 2.
Oh.
Someone will get the reference. Surprised you didn't get the reference.
I wonder if there is one of those random Matoran. I wonder.
What?
Did you read the text?
No, I don't read. Remember? I don't know how to read.
The Matoran was, Reese has this habit of doing, like, sneaky little half references to things.
No.
Taraga no
Liam,
Kama
no,
says that her mask is a noble Rao. Naho Falls is carved in the likeness of a great Kanoe cow. I wonder if there's a noble version of the cow or a great version of the Rao. I'm no Kanoe expert.
Oh, I get it.
Are there?
So could theoretically Vakama make more masks for Tahu, or is he just stuck forever only having a howl?
I'm sure Vakama could make him more.
By the end of canon, he's got maybe 2 or 3 masks, and they're all hows.
Well, Vakama would need actual Kanoka discs, and all the discs
Apparently-
on the island were just bamboo.
Apparently, there is still plenty of them in
Yeah.
Mata Nui. I'm referring to end of canon, not now.
Hey, are Golly's hooks her hands? Does she have hooks for hands?
I got
Presumably.
in a Twitter argument about it recently. Someone was all like, "Oh, it's the hands. Isn't that funny?" And then someone was like, "No, shut up. You're wrong." And I'm like, "Dude, it was just a joke. Like, let people have their fun."
It's just
And
a
he's
joke.
like, it's inaccurate and is therefore not funny. Oh!
Because in Bionicle the game, in the first cutscene, her hands
They're like
are the hooks.
tentacles.
I actually thought it was really cool. I'm gonna go out and say that I thought it was really cool.
Oh yeah, here's
and
another
I thought
little
it was
thing
a really
Walker
neat
did
design.
too. He added like furniture to a lot of the huts too.
Oh my gosh!
Bonk made a tweet. I don't know
Reminds
if he made
me,
it.
I think you'll appreciate this, Ganto, or maybe you won't because your fanfic denies it.
What?
Bonk made a tweet. I don't know if he made it recently, but I retweeted it recently, so it's recent to me. He made a tweet that I don't know why Boy Nui made Liu a new air katana. He could have just borrowed one of Balta's swords.
Here is the inside of Maku's hut.
So Bonk was making a joke about how they're the same parts, not that they're the same items in canon, and someone was like, "They're not the same thing." It's
Oh
not
my gosh!
Oh, hello.
I wish you could zoom.
What
does
is
it say?
It's the
To Maku.
yeah. It's the little letter from Pookie.
You
Now
should
I-
make it bigger. It's a
I do-
poster.
Liam,
It really should be bigger. I don't know why it was made so
Liam.
small.
I know what your reaction is going to be, but I'm still going to say it, and I'm going to be disappointed in you that what your reaction is going to be. I want you to make those plushies and put them in the game.
No, I'm not opposed to that.
Oh,
That'd be so cute.
I was expecting you to say no, and I would have been disappointed. I'm happy now. You will make the plushies and you will put them in the game, and we will give them away at conventions because legally we cannot charge money for something inspired by this game.
One thing I want to show off. One thing I want to mention too before we get into Gali's Takara. Hers was the most difficult one to do because we couldn't just know the animations for everyone in the same way because of one specific Matoran that really got enthusiastic. And you will see
Oh
that
yeah,
in a
that
moment.
one that did the extra bit there.
Could it be who I think it is? It's not who I think it is! Liam? Is Vizola in the game now? Yes or no?
That might be Vizola. One of them definitely was Vizola.
You were talking about someone being about a Gamatoran being overly enthusiastic.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't Vizola. It was this one.
Oh, her!
Who?
The one that they refer to as Best Girl.
Yeah.
Who?
This one might actually be Maku.
Oh my gosh! Maku!
She starts going,
Oh my gosh!
I get it. I never paid attention to this cutscene, so I have no idea why everyone loved it so much. Now I do.
Everyone just looked at her and was like,
And that's why that was so hard to do, because all the Matoran need to have different animations for that to look right.
Yep.
that was adorable.
So basically, they're all doing the haka dance, and then Maku gets carried away, and even Gali is like, I was just born like 12 minutes ago, and even I know what you're doing is probably not correct.
But they just go along with it anyways.
Okay,
So,
effectively...
a bit of a question about the models.
Mhm.
So, the gearboxes. I noticed that the shoulders are a bit
It's
wide.
because the models that we use as a basis don't quite match up with the skeleton that we have to work with, and they can't be made set accurate as a result.
Okay, so what
and,
you're saying is you need to make the models over again.
No, we need to have the
back
ability to
gear-
make new skeletons, which we don't currently
Okay.
have.
So what you're saying is you need a dog to be a bone iron.
Sure.
Is the back gear just not there for looks, or
It's just the
is
way
there
it's
no
always
model?
been.
Yeah, we see it in cutscenes that gear is not present, and I mean the fully rendered cutscenes.
Right. Now,
Full-
I need to
full-
make a quick aside here, because I need to enable the debug menu to show off further things, so...
There is
Let's
a
just go ahead and do
possibility
that.
maybe what happened was the gearbox part was designed before that gear was, and the preliminary toys that were sent to Sapphire just didn't have those gears.
I mean,
So
a lot of other media removed them for aesthetics, so it's probably the same.
I was gonna say something on it. So, is there a way that you could make something to decompile the source code from this?
We've basically already done that, mostly.
But I thought you couldn't make new skeletons.
As I said, there are parts about it that we don't currently know. That's not part of the source code. Actually,
Alright,
if you
so
want to get technical, we've only decompiled the scripting for the most part. The actual game executable is still very difficult for us to work with.
Alright, so what I'm basically asking is...
By the way, shoutouts to Benji for his amazing work on what is now known as Lightstone script.
So basically what I'm saying is, when I get a bank account and I can start spending money online again,
Man, her hips were moving in that cutscene.
if I gave Lightstone money, would you be able to do it?
I mean, it would definitely give Benji more incentive to continue what he's doing on a regular basis, I'm sure.
Alright, cool. Because, I'm not allowed to have I wasn't allowed to have a bank account at first, because apparently, if you have over $2,000 saved, and you're on SSI, then the government is all like, oh, you don't need this no more, and then they take it away. The problem with that concept is, I've been trying to save $200 for a year, and it's not happening. There's no way I could ever save $2,000. So I'm gonna ask my SSI page if I can have a bank account, and then I'm just gonna do it.
And I didn't get you anything.
Alright, so this is something that isn't necessarily part of Rebuilt, but it is part of a recent patch that I wanted to show off. For main, this boss fight, which is the last boss fight that was completely broken in the game, has now been completely fixed.
Is it the Great and Mighty Pooh?
No.
Oh.
Is it Dave?
Also, that reminds me too, we have changed the boss names around a little bit because of the way the translation is. Like, the Pooh was called the Vatuka Nui, which isn't right because Vatuka translates literally to rock in Fijian.
Oh.
Okay.
Which is probably what it was based off of.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
so we changed this, which used to be the Vatopa Nui, into the Vatuka Nui. And the name for the Vatuka Nui has also been changed. I'll actually go back and check what that was now.
Are Aiden's names still mostly in the game?
Oh, only half of them are.
Alright.
Let's see, what did we rename you to?
I feel bad because I drove him away with my constant insistence on calling the air boss Dave. I feel like I drove him away from us with my constant insistence on referring to the air elemental as Dave as a joke. That seems to be his reason for not talking to us anymore.
Okay. That's a little, what's the word for it? Petty? Childish?
Liam,
but alright.
Liam?
Am I wrong?
We are children.
Alright, Ganto, you know what time it is.
Okay, Gonto is not children.
It's Gonto time.
Gonto is an ageless demigod that has been alive for centuries.
Oh my gosh, it's Gonto time. I'm so excited. It's Gonto time.
I'm so excited! And I just can't... The world, though!
Sorry.
Alright, simmer down.
iBoy is scanning the forest.
Hyperclip.
He doesn't know, but yet he doesn't notice
You
who is
must be
standing.
Onua. How do you know who I am? Your reputation precedes you. I know.
Reputation of being shit.
I know the moment has passed, and I'm basically reading old text, but...
Also, you'll notice the models have, like, slight variations, like in the chest piece from the actual parts. This is because they're based on the prototype, and I had Walker model them exactly like that as well.
Ah.
Because the textures in the original Onua model were both based off the prototype, so this is the way we went with it.
You basically wanted this game to be as similar to what would have been released as possible.
Right.
So that's why you made the models purposely not resemble the products at all.
It's the same reason some of the masks are different in shape as well.
So, objectively, I think that's a bad decision, but you are correct. That is the correct decision. It's like, yeah, that is how the game would be made. The game would have been released with prototype models. People would have complained, but overall been satisfied with the final product.
Oh my gosh, it's time for Ko-Koro. Just jump the carpet.
The good news is, I assume when you have the ability to modify skeletons and stuff, that you'll provide some option to have either the prototype models or the not prototype models.
I'm not sure about that, but we'll think of something.
I mean, I would just assume that you would do that.
Are there Nui Rama in this?
Not currently. Well,
Are you planning
in
to
the
put
game
them
in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are Nui Rama in the game.
Okay.
No, I think they were asking if Nui Rama exists.
I'll actually show you one after we're done here.
Cool.
Why?
Oh, hey, look.
Okay, look. Video games.
It's Mata.
Hey, Toalewa, have you seen any Ko-Tohunga around here?
Hey,
Oh my gosh!
Hey, Gonto. You see it? It's you.
Ah! It's me!
And one more thing I'll show off before we
Oh
get
my
to the
gosh.
Rama.
You even asked about Ko-Matoran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I specifically
and
had
the
research
Rahi
that.
that are around.
Yeah.
Right, I need to use
That's
the
so
debug
cool.
cam to get up here.
And I'm the only person that'll get that reference.
So, this
Yeah.
is the original Vuatamaka tree that was modeled from the beginning, which is basically a one-to-one representation of what it was in Tales of the Tohunga. All the Vuatamaka trees in each individual village have unique designs to them based on their environment.
I thought they all had the same graphics in the GBA, but
They do.
Oh, they do?
Yes. We decided to go against that.
Yeah. It's for the best.
Alright,
It's
so...
gotta be more effort, but it looks good.
You want to see a Nui Rama? I'll show you a Nui Rama.
It just makes sense that the Guatemala tree in Plantland would have moss on.
Oh, we're going to the hive.
Why are we in Zen all of a sudden? Why are we in Zen? Why are we in Zen from Half-Life? Why are we in the alien world from Half-Life? Why are we in everyone's least favorite level from Half-Life?
That model.
I enjoyed it.
The wings.
No, everyone's least favorite area from Half-Life is the one. It's that building that's just filled with explosives and trip mines. And if you do anything a little bit wrong, you just die instantly.
Sounds like you're just describing all workplaces. Just in general, not specifically Black Mesa, all of them. All buildings of profession.
The animation for those wings, though.
Have you ever gone to work and realized that if you make one mistake, your boss will fire you without pay?
Yes.
Yeah. Good times.
No.
Capitalism bad. Oh wait, I can't talk about it. You know what? We messed up. You're
right, though.
We messed up so many times. I don't know.
Can I say the F word now?
No.
I said shit earlier.
Wow.
You've said it so many times. If Squirt is going to be mad at us, it's going to be you specifically. And I really don't like saying that because I only want Liam to be in trouble, but...
Well, I've only said it twice at this point.
That is true. You've only said it twice. If you only started counting
Because what?
Last thing I'm going to show off before we move on is some changes we've made to Ko-Koro and the surrounding area. Specifically, the village, which prior to this didn't have an invasion at all, the Gatestone component, and the bridge.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to
Why are the rocks
Fatherland.
pink?
What?
Why is your
Lava
face
rocks are pink.
dumb?
Ibbie, I've worked at a rock museum. Ibbie, lava rocks,
So
they
as
vary.
you can see, the bridge is not here currently.
Lava rocks vary from shades of red and gray.
So the
And
bridge
that,
can
but in that
raise?
first area, they look super pink.
Well, I've seen basalt, and basalt looks like raw steak. Well,
Basalt?
the color of raw steak. I mean, I've seen things that look like raw steak, and I can tell you that they do not look like basalt. Although
Now, we are going to put this in a different location eventually because, like, this is obviously a little too nearby. There is a door like over on the other side of this bridge here, but it doesn't currently go anywhere. We thought of adding the charred forest or something like that, but
That'd be
another
really
patch.
cool.
I lived in a house once that had really bad insulation, and it just looked like there was just
Okay,
just
we
a
get
big
it. Lava rocks are pink. Thank you.
raw steak shoved in the ceiling. I
Okay,
asked
thank
for
you. We get it.
Asbestos.
Josie.
I'm done.
So yeah, the bridge actually raises now. This was
It doesn't
scripted.
just link in.
What? You're adding the bridge on LinkedIn? You're adding Kalama the Tomatoran on LinkedIn? Somebody start a LinkedIn profile for Kalama the Tomatoran.
And now we get to play the invasion of Ko-Koro, which didn't exist in the vanilla beta.
Check that one if one is actually. Oh my god, I know the Tomatoran's name off the top of my head. Wow. Yeah, the Tomatoran on the bridge with the black tattoo is named Kalama.
As you can see, another Vahkiti chain. This one is charred.
Ooh. Oh, that's really cool. Should have made the branches all. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
But it still functions as a growing tree.
Yeah.
Bionicle's doing on the LinkedIn profile for Kalama the Tomat. Entrance. Why am I treating this?
I am Vakama.
I don't need a reason to tweet things as long as it's about Bionicle and not politics or swear words. Liam won't get mad.
So, as we all know, Kapura is present by default
Everywhere.
in Ko-Koro, because
Everywhere.
this is the end of his journey.
Everywhere.
So we'll come back to that in a moment.
Does he know how to super speed now?
Kapura is everywhere.
Maybe
Kapura.
he does.
My headcanon is that Kapura was always a time.
Hey,
lord.
wait a minute. Is the HOW like the prototype HOW?
Yes.
Does it have the code on the front of it?
No.
Oh, I thought that was the defining feature of the prototypes.
It's just a little notch in the forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I just noticed it and I was just like,
Oh,
hey.
that makes sense! Because that is where the code was.
Yeah.
There's just like a flat rectangle there. Okay.
Freaking terrible place for a code.
Well, they wanted to make it obvious for some reason.
I always forget where that one dancing Matoran is here.
What does Lego do with their old molds?
Ow.
Nobody knows.
Do they keep them somewhere safe?
Presumably,
Does that mean that the Kanohi molds are out there somewhere?
They're probably
Again,
recycled
no one-
somehow.
Off the top of my head, no one knows. Someone in the Bionicle Illuminati might know. Maybe, I don't know. Liam, ask.
I mean, pieces do get retired, and at that point, I'm pretty sure whatever is used for molding those parts just gets recycled.
There's a museum called the Bionicle Archives. I don't think museum is the right word. It's basically What If Biomedia Project, but in real and not in fake.
Right.
I was referencing JonTron. What you do is perfectly real. People will get mad if I say this,
You
but
found a sword.
Here's Nuri.
People get mad at me if I don't explain my jokes, but also will get mad at me if I explain my jokes.
You're
There's
also
no
ignoring
win.
Nuri, Josie.
Hi, Nuri. You are one of the only 2 canon Matoran that wears a cow. Congratulations.
I love them.
Nuri's not supposed to be wearing a cow, but they are.
Yes, he is.
He wears a Ruru on Mata Nui, and apparently, I guess it got broken.
Yeah.
Technically, Mata Nui came first, but oh, the yellow boy. He's all yellow.
That boy is extremely
It's-
yellow.
I think there's something wrong with him.
No,
There's
that's
some kind of
intentional.
No, it just looks wrong because yellow is the default flesh color in Lego.
Oh.
He has the first recorded case of Matoran jaundice.
It would be like a Simpsons character only wearing something yellow, which they deliberately avoid doing whenever possible. There's only ever been one yellow article of clothing seen in The Simpsons. Ever.
Do you
and it
think
was
that The
not being
Simpsons
worn.
would be the same amount of popular if everyone was skin colored?
Yes.
Or is the yellow the thing that sells it?
The Matt Groening said that he made everyone yellow because he wanted it to look like something was wrong with your TV, and you would just stay on the channel to try to figure out what was wrong with your TV.
God, I always lose track of that other dancer. I don't know where they went. Oh,
So
up here.
technically,
Oh,
the
he's just on the other
yellow.
side of the wall. I'm dumb.
Hey,
So-
where's Takua?
It was.
Takua!
Takua!
It was specifically decided to not have Takua in this game so as to keep it ambiguous as to where he was, since this is generally running parallel to the Mata Nui online game.
Oh.
True.
So basically,
He is referenced,
about-
though.
What about the
basically
times where they do meet up, like in Makuta's lair?
Well,
And
that wouldn't sync up with the game, really.
oh, that's true. The game's kind of like an alternate universe. It's really interesting.
So, this is one of the only areas that still has the Takara in a pit, or in a separate area, because that's how it was generally designed. I mean, look at the area. It's clearly designed for that.
we
but-
see Matoran doing
One
the
thing
Takara
that
dance
you may
in
notice,
Vahkiti.
one thing that you may notice that I purposely had done for this version of the Takara, it has to be coded specifically for Kapura to move slowly. This area didn't have that coding by default. It does now. And it applies to all of his animations, including the Takara.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what happens?
I love it.
Kapura dances way too slowly.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, Vakama just pelvic thrusted at you.
Normally, you're supposed to keep up with the rhythm and coordinated dance sequences, but when Vakama recognizes Kapura's condition, it just lets him do what he wants. It's good. It's
Super
good enough.
zoomed in camera. Thank you for participating.
I assume that you're keeping the bizarre camera angles on purpose because it's charming.
We may adjust some of them.
All right.
But yeah,
I just-
that's
I love how bizarre the camera angles are.
that's basically all I wanted to show off today. What did you guys think?
I love you.
I think it looks beautiful, but of course there are still a lot of things that need to be done.
Right.
It
I
looks
do
like-
take issue with that Tahunga that's all yellow.
I mean,
It's just wrong.
I mean, that is. Has anyone asked Greg about that guy specifically? Because
I don't
you
know.
know,
I honestly think that everything that I've seen today is amazing, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next.
sometimes I think Greg flips a coin when people ask him stuff. Like, I don't know if that's canon. Let me flip a coin. Yes.
And with that, I think we're going to call it for the night because this has been a very, very long stream. And
Wait, can we recognize the chat real quick? There are a couple of questions that I've
Oh,
been asked.
certainly.
Here.
Would you mind reading them off quickly?
Oh, let's see. Reese is like
Angry?
Oh, Reese Bagshaw.
Wow, Liam, streaming Legend of Mata Nui without me shakes my head.
Reese
Don't you mean shake?
Nice job on again. He's the Reese in the chat. He's the one who did all this writing. So.
Don't you mean shake my head, my head?
We also have Lionel McCarthy saying, but seriously, guys, I want to know why my Windows 7 running the launcher and XP compatibility isn't working.
You don't need to run it in
You don't run
compatibility
the
mode.
launcher in XP compatibility. You run the game.
Yeah,
The
people
launcher
don't.
is fine. The
Yeah,
launcher in fact, the launcher doesn't even work on XP, so that's probably why it's not working at all.
I see this often enough on Twitter. I see this often enough on Twitter. The launcher is new original code made by Lightstone.
Okay,
Made
hold
by
on.
me and Benji specifically, actually.
Hold on.
It does not run in the old.
The last comment that I want to read is by Uwuziel, and it is a reminder that Rudaka Sweat is canon.
No!
Alright, no, last question is from me. Liam,
Yeah.
is this the Matoran that the all yellow guy is based on? Because that is Kalama getting electrocuted. You idiot.
What?
What?
The yellow Matoran isn't actually yellow. It's Kalama getting electrocuted. They are not yellow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I posted the screenshot in voice streaming. There is no all yellow Matoran.
Are you
Well,
sure?
Yes.
I had.
I also had the same mask. It is just Kalama getting electrocuted.
Hold on.
I had
have a chart.
Kaylee and Reese handling the addition of new Matoran, so if that is what that is, then that's not my doing.
I have a chart. I have a chart. Let me see.
So Reese says that the yellow boy is original. Anyway,
Okay.
Right.
thank you everyone for
Oh wait.
being with us on this wonderful day of Bionicle Day. This has been over 10 hours streaming.
It's
And,
almost like MNOG 2 all over again.
Yep.
No,
okay,
I'm not too.
Yeah, but at least this stream was fun.
There is one Matoran quote unquote canonically that is all yellow, but they are not real.
What?
Is it Likan?
It's Lekon as a Matoran, the mythological figure of Lekon as a Matoran. We don't know what Lekon would actually have looked like as a Matoran. Actually, today I found out we do know what Matoran was as a Toa, but
Anyway.
On that note, I think it's about time we wrap this up. So, any final words from everyone on the stream?
I want to point out to everyone that I just said we do know what Matoran as Toa, but Zoom. That's what I just said.
Also,
And
there are a
I
couple-
would like
there are
to
a couple
say-
more questions from chat. First of all, who won the giveaways? You'll have to ask Sword about that because I have not memorized it. And as for how do we all know each other, it's
Easy Power.
Ganto,
I know Liam.
And Ganto and Ibbie just happened at the same time the game did.
I know Liam from BZ Power. I know James from Twitter.
That's me.
Anyway, I'd just like to say at the end of this Bionicle Day, thank you so much for keeping Bionicle alive. Not just everyone in the cast here, but everyone across the entire fandom, everyone watching here, everyone not watching that's into Bionicle. It's just been such a journey over the past almost 17 years for me that
it's been 18 years in reality.
Yeah, it's just
and as of next year this game will be I think as of next year this game will have started development 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's just amazing. And the only reason I have the friends that I do, that I have the life that I have, the hobbies that I have, is because of Bionicle and because of you guys. So, thank you so much. And
I'd be dead. I'd be dead if it wasn't for these people.
Yeah.
I would also like to say something heartfelt.
Okay.
Please get rid of the yellow Matoran because I hate him.
No, he is the best boy. He will remain. We will make him the main character. We will make all Matoran into him from now on.
Oh no.
Anyway, the stream is over. Liam, cut it off now. Right now, do it. Cut it off.
I don't
Do
know
it,
what
or it's
happened.
gonna
I get
kill
significant
us.
shrinkage and all that.